This week on the Bowser Journal, we're going to give you an update on the ducks, and we're going to build a filtration system for the new pond that we just installed. So come with us.
Wanted to give you an update for our duck report. A little bit, if you remember, she's the little duck that was not doing very well, was having like seizures and having trouble drinking and standing and walking and stuff, and she is doing great. She's out there in the pool right now. We know which one she is because she's actually the one behind the goose that's spinning. When she gets excited, she does still spin a little bit, but she's able to keep up with everyone, and now that she knows her area, she's living a happy life. Let's just put it that way. She's eating and drinking and having fun swimming. Jenny Goose Goose right there has accepted the new birds, and if you remember from previous videos, the birds were all swimming in a little IBC tote, and it wasn't big enough. We recently purchased this larger stock tank, and they all fit in here. We have 7 ducks and a goose right now, and if you can see, they have plenty of room to spin. They have plenty of room to dive down. Jenny can even dive down under the water and get really clean and swim really, really good. As you know, ducks can be very dirty, so we're trying to come up with a way that we can keep the pool cleaner. We have an aquaponics system, so we thought, why not have a duckaponics system? So we're getting ready to hook up 2 50-gallon barrels to our pool with a pump that will filtrate through, and once it becomes established, we'll actually try to grow some plants in the top of it. The ducks are happy. They can grow their own duckweed. It's one of the plants we're going to grow in it, because duckweed apparently is very good at cleaning water. So we'll let you know how it goes. This is a test. We want happy ducks, and we're looking for an easier way not to have to drain their pool every other day and clean it. We'll keep you posted.
So what I need for this project are 2 55-gallon drums that are food grade. These used to hold a sweetener, so I know they're good to go. I have a bag of pea gravel, a bag of red lava rock. I've got assorted PVC fixtures, including 90 degree, 45 degrees tees, couplers to plug into the pumps, ball cock valves so I can turn it on and off for maintenance, a rain, this is actually, I didn't know they make this, is pretty cool. It's actually, this is made for rain barrels, so you drill a hole and put it in and you can attach your garden hose to it. So we're going to use this to drain it. 2 uniseals, a 2-inch uniseal, a 1-inch uniseal, a hole saw kit so you can drill the right size holes, and PVC. You will also need some kind of media. I purchased koi pond filter media. I got the coarse and the fine, and that'll be acting as a layer. So what will happen is the water's going to pump into the top of this. It's going to go all the way down to the bottom, and I'm going to put the tea and some 90 so it swirls the water so all the solids will fall down. Then I'm going to place this inside of the barrel, put a platform on top of this. Then I'm going to put a layer of lava rocks. Then I'm going to put a layer of my filter media on top of that, and then a layer of the pea gravel on top of that. So the water will come up, and then there'll be a 2-inch pipe coming out of here, going to a barrel sitting next to it, and it's going to filter that as well, and then it's going to come out of that and go right back into the duck pond. So it's going to go through 2 filtration systems. I'm pretty sure this is going to work, but we're going to find out. As I found out with other projects I've done in the past, sometimes you meet with a failure, but that's just part of the story and part of the learning process. The reason we have to create a filtration system for our duckaponics is because ducks get water dirty pretty quick, so we need to keep that clean for their health. And also, we're going to grow plants in this on top of these as well. That's why I need to cut the tops off the top of these barrels. Instead of sitting around jabberjawing, let's get to work. We got to clean some barrels and cut some lids. So the first step is to cut and clean the barrels. Let's go.
OSHA's on site.
I got my PPE on, Jenny. See? I got my safety equipment on. All clean and ready to go. We're going to use the lid as a ledge. Problem is, it's the exact same size as the diameter, so we're going to trim off a little bit all the way around it so it's smaller so it fits in. Luckily, because of the way it's shaped, there's a natural groove, So I've already got a hole started from where I cut with the circular saw. So I'll just take my jigsaw, follow that all the way around, and it should work perfect.
Good boy, good job.
Barrel's in there so we can create the shelf so the water will circulate, and then we can put all of our materials on top of this. Let's do a fitting. Like a glove. I gotta drill a hole in the center so the pipe that comes down through the middle of the 55-gallon drum can go through this. When you're drilling through PVC like this, drill backwards, that way you don't damage the plastic.
Jeannie just walked away. She said, put your safety glasses on.
I got them on, Jenny. I know what you're talking about. Let's test fit this. Like a glove. But now we got to drill another hole. So remember, this is going to sit on the shelf, so we need a hole through the 5-gallon bucket too. So I'm going to drill some holes in this so water will circulate through it, but I don't want to drill too many holes because I don't want to make this weak. So instead of just sitting here having you watch me drill every hole, we'll come back. So now I got to drill 2 holes or notches. I got to decide which one we'll do first. So when the pipe comes in and goes to the T, they'll come out into a 45, so it makes the water go in a circular thing on the outside of this barrel. As I told you, this is going to be the base for the shelf. So I got my 1-inch pipe coming in through the top. I drilled my holes so the water will circulate. Inside I did a T, 2 6-inch pieces with 45 degrees, and that way they're in the same direction. So now when you put this in the barrel, the water will circulate around the water will circulate around the 5-gallon drum, and then the solids will fall down. Now we got to put the shelf on top of that. So I marked out where the bucket's going to sit. I'm going to drill holes all the way around the perimeter so water can come up on the side of this to the media. So I'm done drilling. This will sit on top of that. And there's the water will come up through those holes. There'll be a layer of lava rock, a layer of media, a layer of river rock, and then the top, the plants. As I mentioned, the first layer is going to be the lava rock. First step is, if you're going to be using lava rock in any kind of aquaponics, duckaponics, koi pond filtration system, whatever, rinse the rocks first, get all the dust and stuff off of them. Otherwise your water's going to turn red.
Still got a pink hue to it.
So trying to do the whole bag at once wasn't necessarily the best idea, so I'm going to put in layers and rinse off layers. This is just one of the buckets that we used to ferment barley in here. So this has a bunch of holes drilled in the bottom of it. So now we're going to put in this piece that we found at our Ace True Value, made specifically for 55-gallon rain barrels. Comes with 2 pieces. Comes with like a uni-seal type thing. You put that in there, lock it in, then you screw this in, and then it expands the plastic and you're off and running. So let's get this in there.
That's a tight fit, isn't it?
That's what you want. Apologize if you hear wind. They got a tornado warning at a place about 3 or 4 miles from us for the next 5 hours, so the wind's picking up here. This is going to be the final placement. I just got to level this, then bring over the material, start filling it in, and then we can start plumbing everything out.
Hi, Jenny. How you doing, Jenny? Oh, saying hello to everybody? Thank you for the nibbles. Thank you for the nibbles, Jeannie.
Now comes the first layer, the lava rock.
OSHA's on property again, babe.
The next layer is to put on the filter media. The black is coarse, the white is fine. So we're gonna put a layer of the black, a layer of the white. While Barbie does that, I'm gonna go rinse out the river rock to put on top of this.
Okay, so we ended up with about 5 or 6 layers of filtration. And hopefully that water will be a lot cleaner in a day or so.
2 bags of pea gravel, rinsed. I went with 1 cubic foot of lava rock, 1 cubic foot of pea gravel. Pea gravel's smaller, so I think I'm gonna actually add another half a cubic feet to this because we're gonna put plants in it and stuff. So, off to rinse some more.
The goats are on cleanup duty out there this morning. Y'all getting up all the weeds?
I'm drilling a hole between the two so I can put uniseals on both of these and have a pipe come across to connect this. I guess this means we're going to have to continue this project on another day. Imagine that. It's raining in Florida. Oh no, the ducks are going to get wet. Water is going to get in our filtration system. Make sure you watch part 2 on how to finish the filtration system for duckaponics.